Hello, everybody. I think I'm just gonna unmute now. It has been 7 minutes. Hello, Cass. Hello, Mocha. How are y'all doing today? Also, Peak was Peak Stream Streak. What? All of that rhymed. Mocha. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, Cass, as you corrected, Cass, you're a faster typer than me, because I was also, about to try and be like, wait, the stream isn't random. What do you mean? But, oh well, here we are. Right, okay, last stream of 2025 here. Hello, Issa. 15 stream streak. God damn it. Jesus Christ, Issa. Thank you so much. It feels weird to already be in the last stream of the year, and I wish I could have done something bigger for it. You know? But I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. You know, this would have been a great stream to have done like the FNAF marathon on had I finished the video this year. This would have been an amazing stream to get that done. But, the FNAF video is still in development hell, sadly. Development hell, I say. It's more so just me not being able to beat my ADHD to fucking work on it. SMH my head. Yeah, Cass. Yeah, I know. Evergreen joke. It's been a year and a half, Toby. Where is the FNAF video? You've been talking about it for a year and a half. I know. You can rant about the horrible FNAF movies. But I've already done that so much, Mocha. I'm not about to rant for 2 hours about why the FNAF 2 movie is shit. Like, also, like, if anybody, like, here liked the movie, you know, if anybody here watched and liked the movie, I don't want to, you know, piss on their parade, you know? Like, I'm glad they had fun with the movie, even though I didn't, you know? I've only seen the first one. I would say the second one is worse. In my personal opinion, not, like, terribly worse. Like set piece wise and stuff, like in some respects it's better than the original, but like in the main one that matters, you know, the writing and the storytelling, it is worse than the original, in my opinion. But yeah, so guys, in the spirit of New Year's, shouldn't we talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions? Like what we have planned, what we want to, you know, strive for in this next year. I think we could spend some time on that before we get into the meat and potatoes of the stream, which is more the Stanley parable. Which all of you knew already. Maybe I should actually like change the category to just chatting for this first bit, because I don't know how long this conversation is gonna go on for. There we go. I guess I'll start. So next year, if everything goes to plan, will be a very eventful year in my life. One, it will mark my 2 decades on this planet, which is scary to think about. I'm getting old. It would also be the 6th year of me being a streamer, the 7th year of me being a content creator. And if bro's not old, this is insanity. If everything goes to plan, I will move out next year as well, hopefully, and I will start my degree, which means a lot will happen next year. And it's a little bit overwhelming. And I know that it might get in the way of these streams, which makes me kind of sad because, you know, I'm doing all of this, like, talking with like, Jens behind the scenes about, you know, like, oh, streams to do together. Just, like, I love streaming with Jens. It's always chaotic. It's always fucking chaos. I love it. God damn it, he's so fun. And his chat is great as well. If anybody from Jens's chat is in here, shout out to you. And shout out to Jens as well. Like, and also, like, I'm working with him on, well, it's been on break, you know. We haven't actively worked on some of the bigger projects that we're thinking about. I already mentioned it last stream. I guess I'll just mention it again. Jens has agreed in his infinite generosity to make me a PNG model for the channel so we can spice up the aesthetic around here. And I wish I could do more to thank him. Like one day, like, I Toby will become a PNG tuber. Yes, I will. And so I'm very excited for that, but Jens has stated first next year. Like, we gotta get the New Year's over with. And I agree with him on that. So next year will mark that, which is like the next chapter in like this channel or whatever. And in light of that, I want to actually put more effort into this whole streaming thing. And I think moving out will help that a lot because I will be able to decide what I want to do and when more without having to, you know, work around having to help around my house and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily going to become a daily streamer, and when I get into uni, I saw your question earlier about Unicast, by the way. I will get to it. But like, uni will have to come first. So if there's a big project that I'm working on, with like at school, then the streams are gonna take a hit, which I hate because I know I've mentioned the VOD viewers a couple times, you know, which are like strongest silent supporters. Okay. So I keep up with how many views my VODs get on Twitch, right? I keep up with that. I don't keep up with it on YouTube. I just kind of chuck the VODs on YouTube, just let it be. I don't worry about, like, because the VOD channel is mainly, I should probably add like a link to it here on the Twitch, but that's mainly for people who can't get to the VODs here on you know, Twitch, or want to relive old memories. It's not made to grow the channel, but it could be. I'll have to consider how much effort I want to put into the VOD channel and when, or if I want to hand over the VOD channel to somebody else that I that I trust with keeping it clean and everything. But mostly with like the VOD watchers, I see some of these VODs get so many views, and to me that makes me think, that they are, interested in catching the streams live, but can't for whatever reason, either time code or whatever else and stuff like that. And I know I've structured my stream time very much around like my active viewers and when it would be most convenient for me, which is why it has been at this time more or less consistently throughout the entire history of my channel. Like, it's gone later and later in the day, funny enough. When I started out streaming, I streamed at 6 o'clock my time, like 6 p.m. And it moved to 7. Then it moved to 8, and now we are at 9 my time for when I start streams. And it's semi-convenient for my European viewers because, it's after dinner, they have a few hours before they go to bed. Sure, fine. After 12 a.m. or even before 12 a.m., that is when it becomes like later in the day for like the American peeps to be able to pop in after they've done everything they need to do. But I don't know where the fuck in the world my VOD watchers are, because Twitch doesn't give you analytics for your VOD watchers. So if any of the VOD watchers are watching this and have gotten this far in to hear me say this, you can send me a whisper message for either your time zone or when would be the best time for you, and I will try and average it out. And then I will adjust my stream schedule accordingly going forward. I will probably not reply to many of them because I don't reply to whisper messages. I've gotten some whisper messages from people who've said like nice stuff or other stuff, and like I sometimes I wanted to reply, but trust me, if you've sent me a whisper message at any point, I have seen it, even if I haven't responded. But yeah, if you do that, like if you really want to catch the streams, I am willing to hear people out about when it would be best for them, or hear what people's time zones are, and then try and adjust accordingly. Also, I don't know, like, I can only move it so much because it still has to be healthy. It can't, get in the way of anything, but I'll do my best. Cass, to your question, I want to either get into acting school or into writing school. Problem is, both of those types of schools are very exclusive, and not that not everybody can get in, more so just very few people get in. Like in the Aarhus Film Institute, only 6 people are allowed in every year to study acting and filmmaking. So that's rough. But like I've also thought, like, if both of those, but like the thing is, I've already like missed the deadline because for like applying to film school, because that or not film school, but acting school, because that fucking ended in November and I forgot and I didn't get that sent. I'm still gonna try and apply anyway because, you know, you might as well shoot from the moon come the new year. And yeah, also writing school, and if none of those work, I think I'll just study literature, maybe specifically English literature on some uni. But I don't know yet. I'll see. I'll see what I end up doing. But yeah, and another thing that I really want to do more of in the new year is do more voice acting stuff. You know? Because I kind of haven't been as active in that. Or no, I definitely haven't been as active in that as I have wanted to be. So I'll try. I'll really try and focus more on that. And I want to get the FNAF video out next year. Like, of course I gotta say that, and like people in chat are gonna roll their eyes and they're gonna be like, oh, the FNAF video, it's never happening, he's just lying, he's never gonna finish it because it'll make him not play the FNAF games, you know, and he doesn't want to play the FNAF games, obviously, because he says how much he hates them. But like, I just want to get it over with, you know, I just want to get it over with, bro. It's ugh. Ugh. I want it over with. God damn it. That video is haunting my dreams, bro. Haunting. And like FNAF has taken over my YouTube algorithm lately. Ugh. It's a fucking problem. It is genuinely a problem. Every video on my algorithm is FNAF right now. Because I chose to watch 1 or 2 theory videos, now all of my shit is FNAF again. And, like, that's like... Bro, my YouTube algorithm, is, like, so fucked up. Because, like, it oscillates between Souls content, FNAF, and stuff I don't care about. You know? So, and sometimes I don't want to watch either of those, and I just have a content drought. Like, I literally have nothing to watch then, because YouTube isn't recommending it to me. You've talked about it for as long as I've watched you. Yeah, basically. I started work on it back in June, like late June of 2024, and then I spent basically half of my final year of high school writing it during class instead of paying attention. And now here we are at the editing stage where I've hit a plateau because I hate editing. Like, writing, fun. Not as fun as the VO. The VO can also be tedious. But, like, sometimes editing is fun. But most of the time, it just takes so long, and it's just a little bit, you know, mind-numbing. Like, you work for 3 hours, and then you see you've only gotten 45 seconds further into the video, and you're like, bro, come on, you know? And it's just kind of demoralizing, you know? But one day it'll be done. One day I've started taking my ADHD meds again, so yeah. So yeah, come the next year, like, I will get into it, like, and work more on it actively. I think L recommended you to me in September or October last year. Whatever happened with L, huh? Because they left the server. They unfriended me on Discord. Like, I don't just one day they were there and then poof, gone. She's still on Twitter. Yeah. But then again, I don't use Twitter, you know? And I kind of refuse to. But I just thought it was like, you know, a little, I guess you can like fall out of interest and, you know, not care anymore, and, you know, that's fine. I just hope everything is all right for her. All right. I got dinner downstairs. Don't talk to her much, but I know she's had a hard time in the last half year. Yeah, that was kind of what I had inferred, you know, from everything she talked about. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. I get wanting to like get away, you know? Yeah. Maybe one day in the future she'll be back, and, you know, that would be nice. But if she needs to you know, take time for herself, I get that. I need to set the time in game. I will quickly run downstairs and grab dinner, since dinner's on right now for me, and I will be back and we'll get into the game finally. I'll just put. Okay. I thought Streamlabs wasn't gonna work for a second. I was like, oh no. All right. Now that we have had that discussion over and done with, we can finally get into the game. As soon as I'm back from BRBing, I just need to fix the stream category. All right, I will see you all in a second here. And I am back. All right, great. I wish I had. I should make like a B or B scene or something. Oh, well, it is 9:33. Let's get into it. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times. You've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even know any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock at your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the game to the video game now. Great. Don't know what that's about. Foolish emojis now. Did someone give you a sub to Foolish, or did you just sub to him yourself? I want to eat a little bit. Sorry, we might be here. I got gifted a sub, I see. Might be here in the main menu a little bit. I wanna eat. I actually haven't eaten anything today. I've had one glass of water. I'm hungry as fuck. Pasta and gravy. Sorry. I have pasta and gravy. Nice office ambience. If you think about it, this game is like, if you set someone in here like completely blind, of course there's always like the gremlin instinct of immediately going against what the narrator says. But at the same time, it's also kind of like a time loop simulator kind of game. Wonder what that guy in the background is talking about. Not really paying attention. And every time I try, he's deafened by the sound of my own internal chewing. Talking shit about you? Man! Can't even catch a break at work. Wait, funny story. Guys, okay, so the 25th. So the 25th. I was out partying with some friends of mine, and we walked into this little pizza stop on the way home. because we wanted something to eat. It was late. We were hungry. We wanted to eat, and then home. And while it was, by the way, this place is small. Like there were way too many people in there. 25, like the 25th of December is the most active day. To be out at in bars and shit. I need to take my headset off. I took a shower, before starting the stream, and my hair is so long that it being pressed into my head while being wet makes it itchy. So I'm gonna switch headset. Bruh. Anywho. Right, so we were standing in there, or I was, my friend was at the back. I had to push people out of my way to get up to the counter to order what I wanted, right? Because there just wasn't any space. And then while I was waiting for my food to get made, a colleague of mine, who I haven't talked to much, came up next to me, and was like, hey, it's you, hey, Toby, it's you from Enter Workplace. And I was like, oh, shit, yeah, hello, dude. How are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm doing great. What are you getting? And then I said, what I ordered, and he was like, oh, me too. And I said, yeah, not for myself. For me and for a friend of mine. And then he was like, oh, I'm also ordering for a friend of mine. But we couldn't hold a conversation because so much fucking shit was going on in the background in terms of noise, and the guy behind the counter could not get people's attention because everybody was talking. Everybody who had ordered, nobody fucking cared about their food. They were just yapping with their friends. So he stood there behind the counter 2 slices of pizza! 2 slices of pizza! Who ordered 2 slices of pizza? Who the fuck ordered 2 slices of pizza? And then somebody would finally raise their hand and be like, oh, me. And then he was like, well, get up here, goddammit! I have more people to get to! Over and over again. Nobody was paying attention. The poor guy. What restaurant was it? It's local. I can't say. It would leak where I live. Or the county I live in. But yeah. Fucking crazy. No. They were in such a rush too, they didn't even make my food correct. I bought a kebab box, which is kebab, fries, and salad. Topped with a dressing I don't know the English name of. I think it's just ranch. And it's really good. And usually they whatchamacallit, usually they season the fries really well. But this time when I got it, they weren't seasoned at all, and they were kind of chewy more than crispy compared to what they usually are. So the fries were undercooked and unseasoned. So I didn't even get the experience I was expecting to pay for, and the price of it had gone up by the price of it had gone up by 5% or something. So I paid more for a lesser experience than what I'm used to. I mean, I get it. They were busy, right? They probably can't make it to the same quality as if there aren't that many people in there. But at the same time, it was just kind of, Um, it didn't hit the way it needed to hit at that time of night, right? Because it was like 2 a.m. It was very late. Um, just didn't hit how I wanted it to that night. All right. I might pause quick to like munch a little bit more throughout the stream, but I can't be eating until like we're an hour in and we haven't even gotten into the game. I love the visual of this guy just going, "Oh, order the fucking thing." No, he. The best part is, right? I mean, it's not like he's like a small dude, but he's not exactly like the tallest man in the world either, right? So like, it's just his just his shoulders and head poke above like the edge of the counter. So you just see like 10% of this man furiously screaming at people to come get their food. With one arm raised in the air, as if that's gonna draw any attention at all. God damn it. Poor guy. I hope he's had easier work days.
This
lately.
is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment.
I just wonder what that work is actually
Though he
doing.
had been made exactly for this job.
Because unless like the computer,
Was happy.
like unless like the signal he's getting is automated, that would
And
mean
then
that
one
somebody
day,
is
something
already
very
typing out
peculiar
those same
happened.
buttons.
Something that
So
would
why can't they
forever
just do his
change
job for him?
Stanley.
Like
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
First achievement just for booting up the game. Oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, I guess that means that I finished what was the original plot line, or like the plot line of the original game, and now I have access to the ultra deluxe stuff. I guess. Interesting. That's the ultimate content. I see. So when I got to the museum there at the end, that was technically the end of the base game. Or the end of the original. Then it was a good time to end it there. And it was right to end it at that part of the at that point of the stream. Cool.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
It means new content. There's still more to the original, but yeah, of course. I didn't get every single one of the endings, but like I don't think the game intends you to necessarily in order to be able to consider it done. Interesting.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As
New
you may know,
narrator.
The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
This reminds me of the
Please
intro
step
sequence to
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await
FNAF Help
in
Wanted.
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Didn't that new like guy that introduced the Ultra Deluxe kind of sound like Hand Unit as well? I don't remember his exact name. Something Field. I don't remember his first name. Andy Field, the voice actor. Kind of sounded like him. Think that's where they got it from? Yeah, maybe. It feels weird thinking about that Help Wanted released like in 2018, 2019. Like there was like a handful of years between it and Security Breach, and Security Breach released in 2021. Like, god damn it. Damn. Game's old. The game doesn't feel like it was that long ago to me. But maybe that's just because I haven't really kept up with new, like, FNAF releases since Security Breach. I know what has come out, but I haven't cared to look into it, like, what it actually is.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Don't be so pessimistic, narrator guy. We're just getting started.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
He's more excited than I am. What?
All
New
right.
content.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
The narrator's being pessimistic, Issa. He's not excited. What riveting gameplay. Why not? No backseat, I'll do what I want. One jump remaining. I can't jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Surely.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell,
That's
I
true.
could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new
That's
content.
it? Oh,
What?
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
He's gonna cancel them on
It's my
Twitter!
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I love how, like, on some words, the bass in his voice just... I'm being gaslit. But, like, yes, on some words, the bass in his voice just fucking booms through the microphone. For no fucking reason. That's where my old friends used to be.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
It's hot. God damn it. Walker! Get the bot! Get the fucking bot! Kill it! Kill it with fire!
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
What? I'm a dork! Okay. Never listening to you again, bitch. This seems oddly familiar. Alright, fine. Fine, I'll go in your stupid elevator.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Thank you. You bitch. Wait, what does it say? Coffee nut. I don't think I like that mix. I don't think I like that blend.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take
What?
a look.
What in the Dark Souls is this? What in the Skyrim? Alright, fine, I'll ban the bot. Get banned. Account was created February this year. Agreed, Issa. A garden? A garden?
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
I have a feeling if I hadn't used up all of my jumps, I could have jumped over this log and explored around this place. Hindsight is 2020, but hey, I had fun jumping. I will not hear about it. The memory zone. The memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe content just gonna be like not so subtle, mostly ham-fisted commentary on the state of the video game industry? If it is, you know, I'm here for it. Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. The Stanley Parable demonstration. I saw that as a category on Twitch. Is that like another game that they're working on? Or go outside, don't play for 5 years. That's my next achievement. We'll play this game again in 2030. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. What? I mean, suck it, achievement hunters. Hello, Nemi. Nemi, fucking great job. Great job with the fucking song earlier. Holy shit. That was awesome. That was so awesome. I'm happy I got to see it live. Song, it's different. It's not related to this channel, Cass. There's also a don't play for 10 years achievement. I see. Speaking of music, can a guy be curious anymore? No, it's fine.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Elevator content. Hello, Iris. Bow humbug to you. Hello. I'm doing great. God. we had a long discussion at the start of this stream regarding what my next year was going to look like, and that I'm kind of scared for the next frontier because 2026 is going to be a big year for me. And I'm manifesting it here right now. I want it to be a big year for this channel as well. We're going to get shit done, guys. We're going to lock in. We're going to lock in, chat. We're going to lock in. We're going to be unstoppable. We'll grow at an unprecedented rate, and we'll take over Twitch. We'll take over the whole thing. Not a single person shall be able to stop us now. I'm gonna be the photographer for my cousin's wedding next year. Oh, fuck yeah, Cass. Oh, boy. We will outgrow them all. We will leave them all in the dirt. Alright, guys, up or down? Do you guys want to go up into the cozy room with the boxes, or downstairs into the creepy basement? I'm excited for next year in general, though. Down, down. Alright, we're going down. Well, maintenance. Can't go down. You were playing the Stanley Parable. Thank you, game. Person of the year? Is that Stanley? Creepy basement, we don't go. I guess, yeah. There's Stanley. Stan the man.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The narrator seems like a very sentimental guy. Oh, those are the blue and red doors. I thought, what did they do to the French flag? That's not how it's supposed to look. I want to go through the serious room. The French can't keep getting away with it! I should have kept my jumps so I could have gone through there. Fuck! Fuck!
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no.
Oh, the
Stanley,
Steam
it's
reviews.
a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
The Steam
I haven't
reviews,
looked at these
guys.
in years.
It's so
Can't
over.
even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. The individual paths themselves are also not very fun, not offering much to do throughout each path, and requiring some rather tedious nonsense to get certain endings. I cannot recommend this game to anyone, even as a so bad it's good game. So you'll more than likely wind up bored by your third or fourth playthrough. Shit. I would say that's harsh, but I've said worse things about Security Breach. So
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Unfunny! Leave Security Breach alone. Issa, it's not the worst game I ever played, I'll give you that. But the game is fundamentally flawed. Like, the game will never get another update. And it is still a buggy piece of shit. I get it. It's fun. It has its moments. It has its fun moments. The character designs are good. They're not good for horror, but it's good character design. Right? I get it. The game is not all bad. But as a full package and experience, it is flawed. Is that the animatronics are hot? That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying, Cass! People would sooner goon to Roxanne Wolf than be scared of her. And that's a problem when you're making a fucking horror game! I could say the same thing about Toy Chica from FNAF 2. And I probably should have in the FNAF 2 section of my video, but I did it. I did put in the blasphemous joke why like he was reacting to Toy Chica, was going like, she's such a bad bitch though. But like, brother, Security Breach is a horror game that fails to be scary. It fails at what it's trying to do. It's bad. And then on top of that, it's tedious, annoying, and glitchy. It's just a cavalcade of shit. And I will crash out about it when we play Security Breach on the channel again, which we will after the video is out. Roxanne can do whatever she wants with me. Cass, Jesus Christ. They're doing their best, man. I know Scott didn't give them, like, all of the information on the story, but I'm not even talking about the story, Issa. I'm talking specifically about the game part, and I don't know how much of the game planning that Scott had a hand in. And, like, apparently, while being less buggy, Secret of the Mimic is unstable and crashes so often. I just don't think Steelwool is capable of creating a stable experience in a relatively open area with while your character is able to walk around. I miss Into the Pit. Into the Pit is great. Secret of the Mimic, I haven't played, but I've seen that it's unstable. And that's like, I'm gonna play it. I will play it, guys. I will play it. I will stream it. It's not gonna go in the video. It's not gonna go in the... What is it on sale for? I could pay it like in 2 days. Secret of the Mimic. I can get it for 20 buckaroos. Guys, would you be interested in watching me play Secret of the Mimic on the channel? Yes. It's good. I've heard it's good, and like from a conceptual standpoint, I like it a lot. That it's more like Resident Evil meets FNAF, but if the game is gonna crash the whole fucking time, then I am not going to give Steelwool a break. I'm not gonna give Steelwool a break, okay? Steelwool has not proven themselves to me. They have not proven to me that they are able to create a good FNAF experience. They haven't proved that. The last good FNAF experience, in my opinion, was Into the Pit. And that was made by Mad Cat Studios, as I'm pretty sure they're called. That game is great. That game everybody should play. Everybody who has an interest in FNAF, go play Into the Pit. It is a great game. But Steel Wool has not impressed me yet. Into the Pit is super peak.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
Poor narrator.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to.
He's
These
going
black
through
marks
it.
on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people
No!
down.
Narrator, please!
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I want to hug him. I want to hug him so bad. Do you know Backseed? Yes, I do know Backseed. His whole thing is breaking games, and he started the FNAF series by playing Security Breach. Yeah, I know. I've watched some of his Security Breach videos. Or like at least one of them. I also watched his video where he played FNAF 1, but he was Mike from the movie, which means like he watched the entire movie, cataloging when Mike in the movie slept through the night, and then whenever his little icon of Mike went to sleep, he had to let go of his mouse and just let the RNG take him. Every item in a game is a Freddy. Every item that breaks the... Alright. I forgot to read the last review, so I'll read this one in full. When I can read it. Here we go.
What's this
I
one
get
got to
that it's
say?
supposed to be a parable or something, but...
You constantly have to stop
never
doing
mind.
anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Still has
skip
a
button.
9
Well-
hours on the
Well,
game.
yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip button?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the
I'm not
people
gonna
want
skip him,
silence,
chat.
then by goodness, that's
We're
what they're
gonna
going
sit
to
here,
do.
we're gonna listen
Don't
to this
sit there
man.
waiting for me to shut
Show
up.
him that
Go
we
ahead and
care.
make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
First
or
12-hour
until the
stream.
end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say,
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until
He's repeating himself.
245.
He's repeating himself, chat.
Backwards, the deduction
My urge to skip is increasing.
Nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is.
I don't want to skip. Let me leave. Open the door. Open the door.
The story and the choices.
Okay, fine. I'll skip.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
I would buy his
Look,
manifesto.
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless
My
thought,
3 brain
or
cells
rather,
cannot
do
comprehend
all of the
this.
choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite. You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them.
So
Okay, at
enjoy
first,
your crocheting.
I was
How's the
leaning
skirt
towards
going, by the way?
manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history.
I'm not working on the
Ambitious
skirt
history,
anymore.
if you will.
Skirt right now, awkward.
See, now you've got me
make a
going back to
pillowcase? I see.
manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a
I have
method
all
for
day,
exactly
narrator.
this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession
Oh, yeah,
until
you
I
say.
become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
I can't wait until
Alright,
it just
here we
starts
go. Treatise,
reciting the
manifesto, treatise,
um,
manifesto,
the dictionary.
treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
There's
treatise,
a small difference
manifesto,
from how I said it
treatise,
before.
manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
Maybe I'm
treatise,
gaslighting myself, but
manifesto, treatise,
we'll sit right
manifesto,
here.
Treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto.
I swear there's a difference.
Manifesto.
I swear he's
Treatise,
not gonna go on like this forever.
treatise, Manifesto.
Wait, did
Treatise,
I just see the
manifesto,
fucking
treatise,
did I see the
manifesto,
subtitles
treatise,
blink?
Manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Oh, fine, I guess I'll
Manifesto.
skip.
Treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go.
He's
"Poof,
so
it's all
spiteful.
over. Oh,
He's
I
so
can't wait to see
petty.
What Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether
He's
they'll
only
edit
doing
the
this out of
writing their
spite.
Steam review,
And
or at
I'm
least
the
change some
victim
the
of it.
wording, perhaps.
I never
To be
said I
honest,
didn't like
I
you,
don't even know
narrator.
one can change
I
their
always
writing in the
loved
first
you.
place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused.
Get on it, Gabe,
Look,
for
I would
real.
even be okay
The
with
only thing
Steam
you can do is
altering
delete
this
your review and then
particular
write a
review
new one.
so that it reads as something more beneficial, something along the lines of, "This game is the best game." Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
No subtitles? What is... Gaben.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
I
But at
wonder
any rate, I do
if you
suggest that we
looked
not press
at
button
like
again.
the time that
I
the
think skip
that the
button
clock
has
here
been
skips.
aptly demonstrated,
I
and
wonder
we can
if you
say
actually
goodbye
waited
to
for
it
that
and
amount of time instead
wait,
of skipping if
how
you
do we
would
get
move
out of
on.
here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
There was a door.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think
what I'm
one
saying.
can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility
I don't
that
think
you
my
could,
body
say,
is that strong,
slam
narrator.
your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with
I'm
me
trying
here.
my best here,
We
narrator.
need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to
That's
step
kind of
away
what a
for just
door
moment,
is.
and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Guys. I'll leave this up to you. I'll leave this up to you, chat. Maybe I can make a poll for it. Maybe I can make a poll for it. How do I make polls? How do I do streamer things? Shit. What the fuck? Well, I don't know how to make a poll in chat. Never mind. My question was, do we press the skip button, or do we scientifically have it wait? Stop laughing at me, Debbie! My streamer is washed. Guys, I merely supply the content. I don't work the chat. Okay? I also almost turned on shield mode, which would have wiped the entire chat. But guys, I have mods. I have mods to do chat stuff. I'm just the supplier of the content. I'm taking care of Borbs right now. It's alright, Nemi. Well, anywho. This is why you need mods that don't abandon you. Everybody's fucking busy, Cass. I can't just appoint mod to everybody in chat. But, question. Chatteroonies. I was about to call y'all chickens, and then it was like, no. No. I know, I understand, you know, the branding of this channel, but no. No, we're not doing that. I wanted to ask y'all, do we scientifically have it wait here? We just listen to the ticking and the fan while I go downstairs and get more food? Or do I press the skip button? We need a fandom name? Yeah, but I don't have anything good. I mean, there is the old fucking clip that I turned into a short. We're not doing that one. We're not doing that one. I mean, it's on my YouTube channel. You can go see it. Don't. But, like, we're not doing that one. No, no, no. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the poll, Nemi. Thank you. Alright. Alright, I'll go downstairs and get some food. I'll see you guys in a second. God damn it. Fucking dumb. Well, I'm back. This poll was as necessary as Leon's backflip. But Leon's backflip is very necessary. I don't know what you're talking about. So I see that nothing happened while it was gone. That's great. Guys, I had an idea for a fandom name of some sort, I guess. I don't know. I thought about like our channel points, which are called puffballs. Yeah. The channel points. Balls? I'm not gonna I wasn't thinking of calling chat balls. Ayo, balls. No. No, but like I thought like a cute fandom name could be Puffs or something, but that's probably taken by some other fucking creator. Who knows? Nom nom nom. could ask the Discord for ideas. Surely not. It's not like Thomas is gonna derail the whole thing. All right. Back to the game. Done eating. The food arc is over, chat. And nothing has happened, so I'm skip.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh, damn.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really
Starving
truly
arc
getting longer.
begins.
And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's
I could have
no
told you
door.
that myself.
There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing
The worst
it,
part
I have
is,
no
right,
idea what will
after
happen.
now having
I
finished
have
food,
no
I'm
idea how
hungrier
long
than I
I'll
was
be made
before.
to sit here.
The starving
And more
arc
than
is
anything
real.
else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And
See?
I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the
anyone
problem?
wants to
Why
watch
did
the
Cookie
short-
Nine's
Nope.
opinion matter so
Nope.
much to me? I've
Nope.
never even met Cookie
Nope.
Nine. I have no idea who they are.
I can't post links?
What would it
No, you
ever really
can't.
matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative
I'm
thing
taking
that
the short
anyone
down
ever says about
as soon as the
me.
stream is
merest
over.
mention of one of my imperfections,
Taking time
and I
clock.
become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken.
I will
if
download
only
it. No.
pleases this one person who
short.
made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you.
I'm sorry,
Just
narrator. I
your
wasn't paying
decision
attention.
as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer.
I was talking to
leave
the
me
other
all
voices in
alone.
my head.
Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine.
Cookie
I have
Nine
no
getting
idea
name
who they
dropped
are.
specifically.
What would it ever really matter?
Watch
But
yourself,
here I
Cookie
am.
Nine.
I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this?
Too much of a
Here
people
I am
pleaser,
now, stuck in a
narrator.
room, waiting for you to press
Gotta
this
think
button.
of yourself
and become
sometimes.
frozen in time, knowing that
What
you're
you
going
want.
to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all
Now we're
alone.
stuck here in a room.
That I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it? Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
I find it really funny when games and some objects and some engines just have their own luminescence and the default color is always indigo.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up.
No.
I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe
he's a disembodied voice. Maybe I'm the only therapy he has.
Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. That if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think
he has abandonment issues, chat. This poor guy.
Together here.
He needs us.
Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Let's enjoy the moment of silence. Alright, I'm bored.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular.
It feels a little weird.
I saw
hearing this guy go through an entire character arc over the span of a couple minutes.
Each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow,
going through a midlife
in some way,
crisis.
have to live as I do
No,
now, and I wish
narrator.
for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
I wonder if he's going to be dead of old age next time I click this button. Well, there's no time like the present. He's gone! He's actually fucking gone! There's no shot! He's actually gone! He's dead! Cookie 9 killed him! No! Chat! What the fuck? What have we done? Does the clock even tick anymore? No, it's stationary. He's dead! He's dead! No! No! I look away for 1 second. What did you do to me? I pressed the skip button again. He was talking about some eternal silence or like enjoying a moment of silence together. Then I clicked the button to skip, and before I clicked the button, I said, "What if next time we come back, he's dead of old age?" And now he's gone. It's so over, chat. It's so over. No. Narrator. Now I have abandonment issues. I can't be alone in here. I need the narrator to talk to me. Help. Please. What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's over. Issa, are you accusing me of being gay again? Is that what this means? I can acknowledge that he has a soothing voice without it. Okay. Now what were you getting at? Now I have abandonment issues. Yeah. It's a problem, Issa. Like, chat, you guys are like, okay, but you're, text on the screen. You're not a soothing voice in my ear that keeps me company in this dark, gloomy world. I have to read you. I'm crying. I'm just texting you. No, Debbie. Debbie, please. You're a mod. It's different. We have been friends for so long. We have been friends for over a year. Over a year, Debbie. This no. None of this applies to you. This is all we already so we're just text on screen. I'm quitting. No, please. All right, fine. I'm going to the heat death of the universe. Skip. I didn't expect the fire alarm to go off when I said heat death of the universe. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said what I said. I, for one, embrace being text on the screen. You guys, when I'm talking to you directly, you're obviously much more to me than just text on the screen. But narrator soothes my ears. He vibrates my eardrums in a way that feels nice to my brain. I don't know why I phrased it like that. That made it sound weirder. Skip!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny.
He's
It was meant to
back!
have a point.
He's
it was
back!
meant to speak to the human condition. But
He's
where
back!
are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned.
My
They
boy!
screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, "Entertain us." It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, "He's talking too much," they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world.
It's been 47 years and he's completely lost it. He's
He's
completely lost his mind.
Of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review.
It's so
here's
over.
what we get. We get these
He hasn't
demands
gotten
that seek
over it in
everything
45
and are
years.
accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, "Oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it."
You know
and
what? I
then,
support him.
because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has
He's so
to happen.
spiteful.
The most immediate desires.
So petty.
Every single thing demanded by every person at
I
every
aspire
moment
to
in
this
time.
level of
If
pettiness.
someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It
Man, he's
absolutely
speaking
must
some truth
speak
here.
to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the
Wait,
cruel bleakness
Is it kind of an
inside
oxymoron
ourselves.
that
We
I'm
would
streaming
turn
to
look at
supply
our deeper
entertainment to
nature
you
and
guys?
find a resounding
And he's
emptiness
talking
gazing
about
back
the
with
dependency
unyielding
on
aggression.
entertainment
And so
right
because
now.
of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of
kind of
fancy
ironic.
be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and
He
insecurity.
kind of
and cannot
sounds
help
like
but attempt
the
to
guy that
tear
does
me
the
down.
intro narration
What a
for every
sad
episode
state
of
affairs.
Distractable.
When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it
Why
feel
didn't I
now to
notice
speak
that
truth
before
to these
now?
words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
Distractable is so
Perhaps
peaky.
it says
so.
far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and
I'm looking it
willpower
up.
are so ironclad in
He's
comparison.
just
Perhaps it
yapping
was
anyway.
this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't
I know
entertain
he's
us,
started
now he went,
over,
shut
but
up.
like,
It's the
give me a second
inconsistency,
here.
it's the lack of accountability.
Kevin
It's
Brighting.
the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You
Baltimore
should
is
be able to
cooler.
freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits.
The narrator has more screen time. The narrator is dead again. No. He can't keep dying like this. I feel like I've skipped so far into the future. Like, we have witnessed multiple... Like we have first reached one universe reset. And that was when we started hearing the narrator ranting again. And now he's dead again. Baltimore talks about Warhammer.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
He's lost it, chat.
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
He's lost it.
The end is never the end, is never the end.
It is kind of a great beat.
Hello,
Rura.
Is never the end, is never the end.
Froths at the mouth. Oh God, no.
Is never the end, 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 is.
Welcome in, Rura. Welcome. Oh my God. He can't keep dying on me. My pipes are leaking. Guys, should I be worried about my leaky pipes? Doomed Eldritch Office Yowie. What? Perhaps, perchance. Oh, water damage is really taking effect here, huh? This seems bad. Wait, is this how we get out? Something breaks and it busts a hole in the wall? Narrator, I have good news. Stay with me. Narrator, look! The sun! We can see the sun! Please don't tell me you're dead. I know it has been multiple ice ages. I know it's been so long. But we've finally seen sunlight again. Look! Please don't be dead. Holy shit, nature is fighting its way in. As a Twitch streamer, I can't get too close to this grass. You know, it would kill me on the spot if I got too in contact with it. Or these plants in general. I'm kind of scared of the color green. This is how we get the portal. Skip. Oh, it's over. It's over. We're in the age of dark now, guys. The age of sunlight was indeed not renewed. Rekindled. It's over. It's so over. The fuck was that noise? When did this become a horror game? I don't like it here anymore. Narrator, come back. Narrator, I need you. It's been so long. My button! Wait! I can get out! Narrator! Oh. Oh, no. What am I on, Tatooine? Oh no, and my button is broken. This isn't great. Well, just gonna walk in a straight line. Freedom. True freedom. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Oh. I'm back in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
He's back.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
I
simply
missed
missed a
you.
memo.
I didn't understand how much I could miss him. My goated goat. New content. Even more new content. Would
Oh,
you
good.
look at
You
that,
noticed
chat?
my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I can't believe we're getting new content. This is incredible. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the loading, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. We just skipped through the entire sequence.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Incredible.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Old plus busted. New hotness. Thank you, Issa. Stanley's terrible. Curse thee. Thank you, Cass. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Thank you, Nemi. Thank you, Rura. Can I turn off? I love that all of the computers went from being those old boxy ones from the 90s to now they're like Crow laptops. You know, my favorite brand, Crow. Yeah. I want to see fan art. I can't see, because either I'm duck too low. I can't. Burb. Indeed. Burb. These are all references. I can tell that they're all references because that second, the Stanley Parable 2, looks... It looks like a spoof on the Resident Evil thing. Like, I'm pretty sure Resident Evil uses that font for their titles. At least in their newer games. Interesting. Right, I can use my mouse to move around. I forgot about that. One more TSP. Two better TSP. Win-win. Sequential mind share. Paradigm shift synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope client-centric marketing. The color red. Leverage. Holistic value. I love the color red. I'm in hook, line, and sinker.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Who took the red marker? Me. Why is that so ominous? Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, parentheses City, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. I don't know if everybody agrees that Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls 1. Not a bad game by any means, but well. Stanley Parable 2. The sequel to Stanley Parable. 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable. The sequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the... Okay. 2. Piece 2. The Stanley Parable 2. He's very proud about this. This way to the show floor. The red carpet! He really likes red. New features! Do I have to get in the bus? No. Okay. This is pretty
Here we
grand.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game. Enjoy the new features. Oh, I guess that would be through that door. I want to... The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Guys, should I be worried that the game is going to dox me if I press this button? Should I be worried about that? Nah. It won't, trust me.
Jim. Sorry,
Oh.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
I'm Jim.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you
Yes.
really, truly Jim right now?
I'm
If
jimming it so
then
hard.
please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
What?
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush.
knew my
It was
name!
you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
I will.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If
So right.
this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
No!
Otherwise soon
No,
you'll start
Jim!
to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
My Jim button. No. My Jim button. Ah! I don't know who I am anymore. Save me. Oh. Well, I guess I have to fork a new life, a new path in this world. Become my own person. I've been Jim for too long. I have to
I
grow.
suppose I could allow
I have
only
to
people
expand.
named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Whole new office. Is that Lego on the floor? Jim is dead and gone. No. Red is the new orange. I don't think that's how that saying goes. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Yo. Please no screenshots. Well, I'm recording this. I'm like literally taking 60 screenshots a second. I'm sorry about that. Oops. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way sequel to the... I think I need to refit this text. New features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the name of the player that is actually the game, that is playing the game. Jump circle, infinite hole. Collectibles. Free, new, plus easy achievements. The infinite hole is this way.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Sure.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. You just gotta crank it hard enough. Keep cranking it. Keep cranking it. Well, shit. No achievement for us, I guess.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No. Such a waste. Collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, I don't like this visual. One of 6. Interesting.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Well, let's go see what this hole is all about. I want to see what's in here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Well, alright. I guess I'm happy with that.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
We're moving on. Yes. I want to see what's up these stairs before I go to the hole.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
There's something I need to check. Something I'm a little bit suspicious about. Give me a second, chat. 'Cause I feel like... I was right. My mic was turned down for some reason. Bucket! Holy shit! The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket. I just looked at the voice meter and was like, damn, I feel like I need to talk pretty fucking loud. Yeah, I fixed the problem. My mic is now at the volume it's supposed to be. So I don't have to yell the whole stream. Settings, World Champion. Can you also turn the game up a bit? The narrator almost overpowered me volume-wise before, according to the meter. Just turn your audio up, Cass. I have? I mean, there's not supposed to be not much audio right now. Fine. I'm not going to turn it up further, though, at fear of it getting too loud. Time like infinity. Space like infinity. Falling. Hole like infinity. Infinite hole chart. Hole, depth, space, question mark. Science. More hole. Infinity. Falling. Educational use only. Thank you. Whole entrance. Infinity. Great. Time for my favorite sequence of the game.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Well, who's ready to go to Wonderworld? I can't believe I messed that up. Who's ready to go to Wonderland? There we go. All right, Alice, here I come. See you.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my
Quite
more
wonderful.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? I want to see Wonderland. I want to see Narnia.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the
Cigarettes
issue
down
here
here.
is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What
New
normal
mug.
person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
It's not good enough. Delete the ground below me. I want to keep falling. I want to leave. That is quite far away. That is quite far away that we've fallen. But not infinite. Not very infinite, narrator, if you can hear me. Not very infinite. I'm not impressed. Unimpressed is what I am. Well, the narrator seems to be too embarrassed to speak. So. Let's see. How do we deal with this like civilized people? Yeah, how's everyone doing? Good start. Great. Some small talk just to pass the time. How's the weather? Are you a fan or not a fan of the sun? Not a fan? Me neither. Me neither, Cass. All right, narrator, fine. I'll fucking leave the hole.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no,
The hole
no,
is
no,
shorter.
no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't
Yeah.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
No.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes.
The hole is getting
I'm
shorter.
starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I
Yes.
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
I believe it will.
Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Very aggressive divot.
How is this still appealing to you?
Very
I know you're
appealing.
obsessed with holes, but at this
I love
depth,
holes.
I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Don't
You
judge
just
the
do
hole,
whatever
man.
it is you're here to do, and hit the
The
teleport
the hole
button
is
when you're
perfectly
ready to move
adequate.
on.
Let me enjoy my hole, man. I don't judge the hole. It's great. It's perfect. It's just the way I like. Big. Oh. Oh no.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose
I'm trapped.
there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to
No!
be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well. Mistakes might have happened. Oh, blink. That was blink. Blink. What? The hole is getting deeper. My hole deepens. Deeper into the earth we go. Don't worry about it, Issa. Climactic music as I deepen my hole. I deepen my understanding with the hole. The deeper it goes, the more I see. What? Hey! You know what? I'm not feeling this one as much. No. Oh. Not really feeling this one either. Finally, a banger. What?
My head's stronger. You're no longer using up the space of mine.
What is happening?
Stanley? Stanley!
Oh!
Oh, good, you're awake.
Oh!
It seems you
Oh,
sort of
Jesus
dozed
Christ.
off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of
My
things,
perfect hole.
you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Will my hole deepen? Please. The end is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end. Oh. Ah.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
He gave up on me. That didn't feel very infinite. I'll go to the reassurance bucket. I need some reassurance.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after
I've
much
been lied
consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley,
There it is!
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Such a good
Give it
solution.
a try.
I love my bucket. Bucket, please.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you
Very
the
charismatic.
slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Sorry for my chair creaking. Anyway, lovely bucket. I guess I'll just enjoy my time with the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Well, Let's head towards the exit, I guess. We've seen everything.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Time to go through everything, but with with the bucket. Yes, indeed.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely
I believe
a
in
good
him.
game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
He's cooking in the
Are
kitchen.
you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Ah, collectibles.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it, no matter how good these gags are. They
I'd
don't
love
stand
it
on their
as long
own.
as you're
They
in
would
it,
need
narrator.
The structure and the gameplay of the original.
You don't need
Wait.
to impress me.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
And
A
you bashed me
title
for
screen that
sipping the
says
first
with
stream,
bold and
SMH.
uncompromising conviction.
Nemi, I've simply
this
had a
is
change
the
of heart.
Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right,
I didn't
perfect.
realize the
Go
charm
ahead.
he had
Take a look.
until later. Wait, is this actually a new title screen? What? Get away from my goat, Nemi. Nemi, get behind me. Issa, are you confused? What? What is it? It's contradictory. I'm low-key locked out. Fair enough, Issa. Fair enough. Fair enough. God, I'm tired, man. I'm so tired. But we have the Stanley Parable 2 in front of us. I can't stop now. I gotta keep going.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company
Oh my God.
in this building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So is it just the game that I basically just played, just with a
All
new
of his
coat of paint and
co-workers
these
were gone.
balloons?
What could it mean?
Happy 12th birthday,
Stanley decided to go
step-niece.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Everybody
had
has a
simply missed
lot
memo.
of 12-year-old step-nurses. Step-nieces, step-nurse. What? What am I talking about? Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got the bucket. Me happy. I'm very easily pleased.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
You know what this means.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
The bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
The trustworthy bucket of truth.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket cannot be wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have
No,
alarmed him, of course,
I'm
because
just-
buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this.
I
obvious
refuse
fact.
to listen
He was
to
firmly
the
convinced that
narrator
the bucket
pretending
had
to be the
spoken to
bucket.
him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
He didn't react to me jumping down here.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
What?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
I
which,
know
if
what a
that's
bucket
true, well,
is.
my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding.
I
will
don't
have
feel
dire
very reassured
consequences on
by
the
my
entire
bucket.
rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
No. No, I don't have a choice.
Now then, I'm going to run you through
Am I
some
in a
test
strip
scenarios,
club?
and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Why was I on a
Simple
catwalk?
enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1.
Bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is
Why?
a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I thought bucket.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
That's still a bucket. It's just a 3D printed bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely
It looks like a bucket.
Incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
It can be used like a bucket. It can contain water.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
I knew it! It was a bucket! True bucket of
Item
reassurance.
6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? How? Everything is a bucket.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate
you
the
think.
implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Let's ponder our orb real quick, chat. Let's ponder our orb. Is no thing a bucket? Yes. But is nothing a bucket? No. But what type of nothing is he talking about? Is he talking about no thing or nothing? My orb speaketh to me in words I do not fully understand. But I think I lean toward nothing is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
No! 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 Listen!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket?
Yes.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes,
I wonder if he
actually
had
feel much
disappeared
more
had
at
I
ease
clicked
right
the
now.
yes button
It's
quick enough.
delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. You got it, narrator. I'm still in the Stanley Parable 2. I don't actually fully know if I'm still down one path or if this is the new base game state. I don't know. And it makes me kind of scared. Because that makes me wonder how much farther we're going to push this. like how much further we're gonna go this stream.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
But every path seems to
Stanley
be
pushed
changed
the
a little
bucket
bit
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
by virtue of us having a bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No!
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
You have a
Don't
bucket
hand
right
over
here.
the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This
Be
is your
strong.
companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over.
No.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults
So evil.
simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely
What?
superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Me and my bucket have had a great, wondrous relationship.
Okay, I've got you something which I
Oh.
think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Property
There.
of Stanley. Yes,
Now
there we
it's
go.
settled. No more debate.
Me
no
and
more
my bucket.
discussion.
Me and my
Take
bucket
our
forever.
broom closet
We've
with
only
all
known
your
each other for like
meandering
15 minutes, but
philosophical
we love each
diatribes
other.
about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets. And
I
the
hope
natural
I have a
order of
sticker.
things.
I hope I have a sticker on my ass or something saying property of bucket.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I
bucket.
feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Yes.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
But wait, I thought everything was a bucket. Everything should have stickers.
You know
Now.
what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be
I can't
honest,
believe
I'm
it.
sick of the pettiness on display.
I can't
You're gonna
believe
stay
this
here all
fucking
you like
closet.
I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies, easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
You know what? I agree with the narrator. I hate this broom closet. I never want to see it again. Cannot believe the words you would say. Cannot believe your arrogance. The bucket is mine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Sure. Executive bathroom.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I've got the feeling money is for stealing. But not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Extreme bathrooms. Time. Right, the elevator. Let's see if the elevator has changed in the sequel. Today I feel like I want to go up. Stanley. Alright. Stop. Please. No! Stop! Stop! God. I'm pretty sure on my VOD for this game, me standing in the elevator actually got that part of the thing, part of the VOD muted because, yeah, that song's copyrighted. I remember too late after walking in there.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
I
It
love
would
bucket.
be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The bucket. The bucket knows truth. The bucket knows truth. The bucket and the hippo.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I like Stan the Mans, but alright. Down we go. Loading.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
So,
Stanley
guys.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Guys, my thought. Last time we played the Stanley Parable, we did the basic route, and then instead of going to Mind Control Facility, we went and killed ourselves in the deep dark hole. Today, I want to do something a little bit different. I've been listening to the words of the bucket this whole time. I will let the bucket take over my mind.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
No,
cradled
poor
it gently,
bucket.
reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do
Bucket,
in the
no.
first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Mind controls idle, awaiting input. 5. Three. There's a puzzle here. 1, 2. I can't go up there. Maybe in order? 1, 2. 3. Maybe not.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
The Amazing Digital Circus, Episode 7. That's all this is reminding me of right now. Power off.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No!
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
The sequel is now paused. Well, shit. Well, shit. Okay. I was sitting here pondering my orb. About whether or not end stream or no. Yeah. That's the thing. We've been streaming for 3 hours. I set that up as like the ending. But I'm wondering if something different would have happened had I not gone with my bucket. But at the same time, I feel like it's still adequate as an ending. There would. Yeah. I think I will play this game again on stream at some point. I don't know when that is. But then I'll end that stream by doing the listen to the narrator all the way to the end, but without the bucket, you know? To end that stream off. Now we've had kill yourself at the very end, the bucket. And I don't know. I think I feel pleased with this. We've been going for 3 hours. We've seen enough of the game. I'm getting tired. And yeah, I think it's funny that now, like, he's just inserted. I know that's what he said he would. Like, just insert all of the sequel shit into the original and then call it a day. Man, this game is great. You know? This game is really, really cool. It feels like like a pick your own adventure game, but well, not, a like choose your own adventure book, but in game form, and I really like that setup. I really like that, you know, structure that the game has going on. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than I'm happy I chose to give the game a shot. And if I never play it on the channel again, I will play it in my own time and try and find out more secrets and try out different routes or variations on routes that I've done or whatever. In case I never end up playing it. In case I never end up playing it on the channel again. But I probably will. I just can't say if it's when or if it's soon. Or whatever it is. But we'll see. So, without further ado, I want to thank everybody who came here to watch the Stanley Parable tonight. And watch me talk about dumb shit that I want for the next year. And yeah, I will see you all around sometime in the future on Friday. I'll see you guys. No, truly, I will see you guys in 2026. That is a crazy thing to say. The year of GTA. The year of GTA 6. It's going to be delayed until 2027. I already know. It's going to get delayed again. I don't believe it's coming out next year. But, nevertheless, I'll see you all in 2026. Bye-bye!